Yo, what's good, EYTBC? What's good, fight fans, boxing heads around the world? B Marsh with another boxing video. So I read this article here about this man, Jermall Charlo. Is it Jamal or Jamal? I think it's Jamal Charlo. You already know the big one, man. The big one who's the IBF junior middleweight champion, you know what I mean? And actually, this article, man, is really talking about this guy's, is he ready to move up to 160 pounds? And I actually do believe he is, man. This guy's ready to move up, man. What else is there to do at 160? I'm sorry, 154, you know what I mean? Only fight that's really left for him at 154 is fighting against the man Demetrius Andrade Boo Boo. You know what I mean? But that's a fight that's a fight I'd love to see. As of right now, the guy Boo Boo's unpredictable, man. He's a guy we haven't seen in the ring in a long time, other than that Willie Nelson win where he did look splendid. He looked spectacular in that fight, But is that really a risk that this guy Jamal Charlo, excuse me, Jamal Charlo, is that a risk he really wants? You know what I mean? Because that's basically like a high risk, low reward type of fight, and I don't think this man is really about that life trying to take that fight against Boo Boo. You know what I'm saying? Even though Boo Boo called him out and called his bluff and pulled his whole card at that press conference after the fight, that's just a fight right now, to be honest, boxing heads and fight fans around the world. There's no incentive in that fight for the champion right here, Jamal Charlo, you know what I mean? Because the onus is on the man Boo Boo. If Boo Boo does win that fight, he's a champion, you know what I mean? He would have beat a good fighter, a dangerous fighter right now at 154 pounds. But this guy, Jamal Charlo, at 154 pounds, man, I think he might be too big for the weight. I mean, even look at this flick right here. You know what I'm saying? The guy look at by his wrists. You know what I'm saying? The man looks like he's actually kind of drained, you know what I mean? And, he's shown some stamina issues in his fights. Well, that fight against Julian J. Rock Williams, he didn't have to show no stamina issues because he got rid of his opponent in 5 rounds. You know what I mean? Dropped the man 3 times. First knockdown was a jab. He dropped the man with a jab in the 2nd round, and then that stupid uppercut in the 5th round. Then he sealed the deal with a mirage of combinations to put J. Rock Williams out of his misery. You know what I mean? But this guy, Jamal Charlo, in my opinion, he's ready to move up to 160 pounds, and he's a dangerous player at 164 pounds. I said 164 at 160 pounds middleweight. You know what I'm saying? I think his body's filled in. This guy's he's a much bigger twin compared to his brother Jermall Charlo, you know what I'm saying? And I think this guy's ready for the big time shows up there at middleweight. He'd bring new blood to the division. He'd be actually a scary opponent for anybody, just like he is at 154, you know what I mean? Actually, this guy's talking about, he could stay at 154 depending on some big money fights, you know what I mean? So he's probably a guy who could probably dabble in between 160 and 154, but to be honest, I think the money fights for him at 160, you know what I mean? Canoli's ducking the man. Canoli don't want no parts of him, you know what I'm saying? And, that's a fight that could and should be made, They probably 2 of the 3 best fighters in 154, but, Canelo's a guy who's been trying to fight in between 154 and 160, you know what I'm saying? And even now he's talking about a fight in the man Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. at 165. So, it's obviously a duck employ that the man Canoli is all about, trying to take easy fights for big paydays. You know what I'm saying? And the man Jamal Charlo, that's a fight I'm sure he'd love to take. You know what I'm saying? Fighting against Canoli, who does hold the WBO 154-pound strap. Isn't it? Yeah, he does. That's right. He took it off of Liam Smith. So Jamal Charlo, like I said, man, he could be a major player at 160 pounds, you know what I mean? He got Triple G up there. He got Danny Jacobs, which is a fight between, a guy, who's also managed by Al Heyman. So that should be an easy fight to be made between Jamal Charlo and Danny Jacobs. There's Billy Ho Saunders up there, Kurt Side, I've been till Kurt Side. There's a lot of players for him to fight up there at 160 pounds, you know what I mean? Even Curtis Stevens, David Lemieux. Not saying that those are the big money fights, but, a guy like Triple G, the man should take this fight ASAP with the guy. He should take the fight ASAP with the man, what's his name? Jamal Charlo, simply off the fact that, Jamal Charlo is young, hungry lion right now. And this guy, Triple G, is a guy who's not getting any younger. You know what I'm saying? And a fight between him and Jermall Charlo would be a big money fight, and it'd actually be an exciting fight. And as of right now, that's an intriguing fight. Anybody that Triple G fights who is a live opponent is intriguing fight rather than fighting stiffs like David Lemieux and who else he fought? That Dominic Wade guy, and fighting little welterweights like Kell Brook. So I think that Jermall Charlo, this should be a division he should be trying to get into. You know what I mean? He should be seeking to become a full-fledged middleweight right now, not fighting in between weights like Cannoli. And if he does go fight in between weights, you know, Cannoli hopefully will be the guy he fights, you know what I mean? At 160, 154, don't matter to me, you know what I'm saying? This guy, when he fought Austin No Doubt Trout, Jermall Charlo, I had actually Austin Trout winning that fight, you know what I mean? Because I thought this guy was gassing in the later rounds. He was getting caught with clean punches, but they weren't quite as hard punches like he was landing on Austin Trout. And that's the reason why, I could see the judges edging it. A close fight to Jermall Charlo over Austin Trout, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But the 154 ain't got no more players out there like that. He ain't gonna fight Lara. They both trained by Ronnie Shields, so Jermall Charlo, I think you should just go. Ain't nothing else for you to do at 106, 154. I suggest you move up to 160 and hopefully get them big money fights, you know what I mean? Because you definitely deserve it. That knockout you put on the man, J. Rock Williams, man. I had to look at it a few times today, man. Had that man doing the funky chicken stanky leg and the Harlem Shake all at one time, you know what I mean? So let me know in the comment section what you think about Jermall Charlo moving up in weight to 160 pounds. You think it's a good idea or is it a bad idea? Or should he stay at 154? For what? You let me know. I think he need to move to 160. All right, B Marsh Boxing. Thanks for listening. Hit that thumbs up if you like the vid. And if you don't, hit the thumbs down. Don't matter to me. And I'm going to catch you on the next vid. One.